everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. So yes, I look different today. I was supposed to go out, but plans fell through. Happened, so we're gonna make the most of it. I tried to do a 2010 scene queen emo makeup-ish. I don't know. And I also got this. Oh my god, I was gonna wear this bag. I've never worn this bag out before, but look how beautiful this is. This is from Hot Topic, by the way, guys. Look how pretty. I love that movie. I figured today's topic would be quite fitting to the look, because I'm actually wearing a shirt that has a tarot card on it. The Lovers. This is Bruce, by the way, in case you're new. So today I want to talk to you guys about whether you can use pendulums to manifest, whether they are, dangerous to use and how you should use them. Because I figured I might just, incorporate that a little bit, because I personally use magic whenever I feel it's appropriate. To be fair, I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm not first generation, so a lot of stuff isn't necessarily self-taught, but I guess you could say it's self-taught. Like the way my family does it is very intuitive. So we have our own way of doing things. But especially when it comes to pendulums, there's a lot of people are very split on it. So I just wanted to give you my 2 cents on it and how I use it to help me manifest stuff. So first things first, you can use any pendulum that you like. I got this not too long ago. This is actually my new favorite one. I think it's so beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. I think this is so pretty. You can actually, back when I didn't have pendulums yet, I used to just use necklaces, just really long chain necklaces. You can use whatever you like. And then this is not necessary. So back before I used to buy this, I had just used yes or no. You can print this out and make this yourself. This doesn't have to be an actual thing, but I ended up getting this cloth. So this is what I use, and the way I do it is basically I don't really want to use it. I don't like using it for manifestation in a classical term, asking where my manifestation is, or how I don't like to ask for progress, because I don't think this is necessarily helpful. You're supposed to, I'm going to do a separate video on this, but I have a very specific theory on how I use the concept of letting go. I don't really let go like other people might teach you how to let go. So I will do a separate video on that. If you don't want to miss that, make sure you subscribe. But I like to use this in order to figure out where my limiting beliefs are. So it helped me to figure out lots of limiting beliefs that I personally had around personal relationships that, as we all, have problems, usually stem from our family relationships, especially our relationship with our parents and maybe early friends, teachers, siblings, whatever the case may be. And it also helped me figure out limiting beliefs I had around myself. So it's just self-love, self-concept. There was a huge limiting belief that I had in terms of career that I worked on. It took me a really long time to kind of trust myself and figure out what I want to do. And I just realized that I kind of didn't know what my purpose was, and I tried so many different things, and I tried to look up videos on niche things, like how to choose a niche and all that, because I like a lot of stuff. I'm very interested in a lot of things, but nothing really worked for me. So I ended up using a pendulum to ask, and then I got, this download, if you will, and it worked out perfectly. So here we are. One of the most important things that you need to do, which is a lot of people are afraid that they're going to invite something negative that they don't want into their lives. And absolutely, it can happen. You need to be so careful with that. And it's the same if you do tarot readings, which I might even incorporate into this channel a little bit. I used to have a huge collection. I want to start building it again. Because when I was in my last relationship, I was kind of told it wasn't good to do that. And it's kind of hard. I'm very, I don't know. I have good days and bad days, but I do feel bad about selling most of them. That wasn't really. The best thing is to just follow your intuition, see what you like. And if you choose one, either pendulum or tarot or whatever, the first thing you need to do is you need to draw a cycle of protection. And the best way that I know how is salt. You can use any kind of salt, really doesn't matter. Make sure that you also put up, if you have statues of deities that you follow, put those up, or just put up crystals, just for protection. I just like them because they look nice, but I always, put some on the corners, and then I draw a circle of salt. So there's a couple of things you can do. I personally would recommend putting yourself in the circle if you have the opportunity to. It just gives you more protection and doesn't just protect whatever you're doing. Funnily enough, whenever I used to do that, Bruce always made sure that he walked into the circle before I closed it. Just because once you're in that circle, like, you shouldn't break it. You shouldn't be walking in and out. And if you have pets, please be aware of that. And once you're going to ask your spirit guides to help you, make sure that no negative entities have the opportunity to come into the cycle. You ask your questions, you do your stuff. You always, when you, like, before you start, you ask, like, test questions. Like, you'd always do yes, no, yes before, especially if you don't have something like this. First of all, so you know that your pendulum is properly calibrated, and second of all, it just ensures that you also know which direction your pendulum is going for whatever answer you're looking for. Then you ask your questions. I would recommend do not over ask. Do not do this every day. Spirit doesn't like when you bother them, okay? And especially if you've already asked a question and then you want to ask, like, a different reiteration of that question, don't do that. You already got your answer. There's a very big chance that Spirit might not answer you. Why would they, right? They already gave you an answer. And sometimes if you are not getting an answer, there's a reason for that. Doesn't mean that maybe if a week from now you ask again, you might not get a different answer, but for some reason that answer isn't meant for you right now, so just take it, okay? Just don't argue, just take it, keep going. And then once you're done, basically, I don't want to say you open the cycle back up again, but basically you always thank them, make sure that, you do the proper thing like you always would with someone else, help you, like, you thank them, you draw the cycle back, like, you basically close it, open back up, whatever you want to call it. I would recommend, there's lots and lots of really, really good resources on Google for that. I'm going to see if I can maybe add some in the description box below. And once you then have your limiting beliefs and you kind of know what you work on, then you can, base your affirmations around them. And so I'm currently helping a family member manifest something. And it's something super simple. It's a phone call from somebody, right? And they didn't really see any movement after 2 days, which to me is long. Okay, if I manifest something, it'll happen within 24 hours or less. So 2 days is pretty long. So I kind of sat down with them again and I said, look, what's going on? Why do you think they haven't called you before? Like, you want to manifest a once a week phone call from them. Why do you think this hasn't happened before? And then we kind of dug really, really deep into it. And then it came to, well, I'm not a priority to them. Right? Well, I've never been a priority to anybody. Well, I've also been the unwanted child in my childhood. So we went from, like, your family member not calling you, which, by the way, wasn't the parent, like, both of their parents are deceased, okay? So this has nothing to do with them in that case. But we went all the way back into their childhood and realized that this is where the problem lies, okay? So we needed to change that belief, because if that self-concept belief isn't changed, guess what? That person's not going to call. Or they might call every now and again, but they're not going to call how you want them to call, like how you want them to call you, if you know what I mean. Please always make sure that if you are manifesting something, and that's a great thing that you can use the pendulum for, is if you feel like there might be a limiting belief around something you want to manifest, which I can guarantee you, if there's something you want to manifest, chances are there's a limiting belief around it somewhere. Use the pendulum. Ask for help, and I can guarantee you it will change your manifestation game. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you guys so much for watching me today. If you have any questions or anything, leave a comment down below. Under my last subliminal video, I saw someone leave a recommendation that they want me to do a subliminal for better grades. I'm absolutely happy to do that. I got really, really excited. I wanted to thank you so much for even leaving a comment. I'm so happy to accommodate you, and that one will be up as soon as possible. So if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, or any topics that you would like for me to cover, please leave a comment down below. Otherwise, please make sure you give this video a huge thumbs up, like, subscribe, the whole shebang, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.